To think that voting in political elections or putting up a hashtag and rooting for a sports team actually changes the world is such an illiterate, unintelligent fallacy. And how often do you see in independent media people crying for change, sitting there at the video screen, typing, quote, "We need change, we need unity," when in reality this does nothing productive. They do nothing with it. They think that change is something that we can't do ourselves. Just some examples of how fooled our world is, how distracted they have you, whether you are into independent media or not. You are doing nothing and nothing defeating the current system that be. So for all we know, they are kicking back more than you, and they are laughing their butts off, because they've set our own direction against one another, ultimately to destroy ourselves. Once programmed, there is no more programming necessary. It's a game that plays itself, a feedback loop that was hardwired to have an inactive and unproductive society. And oh, do I hope that with NITA being presented to your life, you actually do something with it. Because I put in the work that you didn't, to know what is necessary for change so you don't have to. You're welcome. Now do something still. If an individual still does nothing, you are perhaps very much the problem, much of ignorance and much of ego. Pity what your ancestors would have aspired to. You are descending their hard-working spirit they've ascended just for you. Pity. Take action to not be part of the problem and only do your best to add in the solution, or don't complain to be a part of the problem and have no real worth and no larger goals in life that cares for others. If you don't care, you don't have a heart. If you care, you will think about this and you may act. When is enough for you? I do not limit myself upon expression, upon word. And if you want freedom so bad, why are you limiting yourself to action? Look, there is nobody doing what I've done in presenting this blueprint for change. Not one I may count that I see. If nobody will, who will? And people think that God has to come to earth himself as a human and just save the world, or that tornadoes and earthquakes will come, and so yeah, just do nothing and wait for everything to happen, right? Well, this is why it's either you are with nature or you're against nature. It is your decision whether you will get swept by the storm, the very storm by nature. So, do you do something or do you not? See, I never expected to follow in the footsteps of individuals like Mark Passio or Eric Dubay, but the same drive, the similar passion, the same direction and end goals is what got me there and here on this journey. Please consider checking out all their heavy, detailed, evidence-dense works. The truth will not only set you free, it will save your life. Bring it to others, and we can save many lives. Such is the ultimate goal of NITA. The quote-unquote news saves nobody. It actually kills and accumulates fear and unconsciousness. By design, the food industry is such too. In fact, they kill in plain sight and serve it to you as food. Your real food is plants. Your real food is that of which promotes thought and clarity. Food for thought. Understand these words. Don't jump the gun to foolish assumptions. You must simply be human. Be real. You have the ability to understand now greater than ever. Although, however, also less. All is your choice. Choose wisely. Your life is at stake. Ultimately, all our lives are at stake. NITA or nothing, seeking to better with the innately best, you or none of you. There is some of you that perhaps knows all of you. Don't be crowded by voices that aren't of your own. Seek nature, seek yourself. Such is the making of NITA. Represent your efforts and care.